Simple lang po to. It's basically the weekly huddle, wherein, like kami po, kanina umaga, while I was waiting for my flight sa airport, naka-zoom po kami din na MP Ronald, ng ibang mga ALs. So, I reported po yung naging production ng unit ko last week. And then, kung ano rin yung mga lakad ko, activities ko for the week. So, I look forward to every Monday morning meetings kasi yung preparation ko pa lang for that meeting, it gives me an insight, okay, ano nga bang ginawa ko last week? Yung mga ginawa ko ba, naging epektibo ba para ma-achieve ko yung wildly important goal ko? Again, it goes back to you, what's important to you, what's your goal? And then, kung hindi ko nagawa, how can I do it better? Or what should I do differently? Ano bang dapat kong improve? Ano bang dapat kong damihan? Ano bang mga kailangan ko pang ibang gawin na hindi ko nagawa last week? So, yan po yung, in a nutshell, the 4 disciplines of execution. And pag naging habit po natin to, of every now and then, we make our own wake or wildly important goal. And then, act on the lead measures. The things that are predictive and influenceable na pag ginawa natin, it's highly likely we'll achieve our wildly important goal. And then, we create and check consistently our comparing scoreboard and have an accountability body. No, it can be for APs here. Sino pong APs dito? Agency partners. Ayan. For agency partners, your accountability body can be your ALs. No, because your ALs po dito, like sina Sir Jasper, sina Sir... every week, pag ginagawa natin to on a consistent basis, mabibuild na po natin yung tinatawag na rhythm. Rhythm. When I was starting out, I was struggling po. I was at a point when I asked myself, tama ba yung ginawa ko? Kasi as a region head po ng BPI-AIA, I was already receiving a good salary. Pero yun nga po, kahit na maganda yung income, sobra akong stress, sobrang dami yung reports. So I decided to be an life changer. Pero during the first 6 months po, I was really struggling. I was not, kumbaga po, nakod ako June 4 of 2021. My first sale happened July 7. So more than a month po. Pero before pa kasi ako makod, nagtatawag na ako, binawarm up ko na yung kliyente. But it took more than a month for my first sale. And then yung kasunod po nung July booking na yon was December. Ang layo. So, wala po akong benta ng August, September, October. And I was on the verge of giving up. Because, syempre, I have 7 mouths to feed. I was not earning good income. But that was also the time, kasi yung first benta ko po, he's the senior pastor of a church in Pampanga. So while I protected his physical body, he protected my spirit, my soul. He did far more important than what I've done for him. No, but yung time po na yun yung time na, sabi nga Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. And He added everything unto you. So, kasi po nung first 6 months na yon, yes, walang benta, walang masyadong recruit, but January of 2022, I became the first MDRT for that year. Kasi January pa lang po nun eh. So, kumbaga po, if you're struggling right now, and if sa mga bago po, if you will struggle, embrace it, welcome it. It's a part of your story. Yes. Parang sinabi ni M.P. Kazaya, a caterpillar po will only turn into a butterfly during that metamorphosis. And if you will try to witness that process po, it seems painful. But that painful experience is what will drip or yung magde-drain po ng liquid sa pakpak ng caterpillar para po siya makalipad. So if you're going through difficult situations, if you're going through pain, challenges in your alliance business, don't fret po. I was once there. And by God's grace po, I became the top personal producer for 2022. Yung dati po kasi, Um, Apat po kami sa Supernova, pang-apat po si Sir Ronald. So, in short, tatlo lang po kaming ALs. And number 3 po ako, kasi tatlo lang kami. So, kulelat po talaga ako dati. And yun nga, no, sa ganong season po kasi it's really tempting to throw in the towel, give up, quit. But that's exactly the time when you have to work your hardest and the time to give it your best. So, yun po. Kaya, again, going back, dikit lang po kayo sa leader niyo. Kagaya po ng pagdikit ko kay na MP Ronald na every Monday, kahit na I'm struggling, minsan nakakahiya na mag-report. Siya naman, kumbaga, even myself, no, sa mga leaders po dito, while it's tempting to measure our days based on what we harvest, it's also important to measure our days based on what we sow. Biblical po yan, the principle of sowing and reaping. So for as long as you know, may tinatanim po kayo, may ka-meeting po kayong kliyente, may kinakausap kayong kliyente, be confident that time will come. Makikita po ni Lord yung mga pagod nyo, yung mga pagod nyo, sakripisyo nyo. I-bless niya rin po kayo eventually. Ng magandang benta. Conversational selling. Sino pong gumagamit ng F&A? Di ba? It's very effective. Kasi, sabi ko nga minsan, pag yung kliyente gusto na kagad bumili ng produkto, kunyari, yung referrer bumili ng Allan Shield. Tapos yung kliyente gusto rin niya ng Allan Shield. Hindi ko po siya bebentahan kaagad. Papasadahan ko pa rin yung F&A, even if it will take my time. Because sabi ko nga, similar to a doctor, I'm not comfortable giving out prescriptions without a proper diagnosis. So our F&A po is our tool to properly diagnose the client. Kasi how can we be assured that what we're selling or offering will add value to him? Ito ba talagang kailangan niya? By doing that, it will help ensure you have a healthy persistency. So, going back, conversational selling would, ito po yung guide, no? Kunyari, let's say, first time kong na-meet, o kaya, kinonect lang ako ng satisfied client ko with his kumare. Tapos, nag-three-way chat kami sa Viber. Tapos, eventually, nag-Zoom kami dalawa. So, syempre, the first question normally I ask, how do you know Chef Bob? Chef Bob po is one of my referrers kasi nakapag-claim siya ng Allan Swell. He got confined, brainstem stroke, 800,000 yung bill, 650,000 po sinagot ng Allan. So, because of that, he's happy, nakapag-renew siya, nakaka-reimburse siya ng eyeglasses, and hindi ko na po mabilang kung ilan na po yung nai-refer niya sa akin. No? So, how do you know Chef Bob? So, kwentuhan na kami. Commonalities. No? Batchmate ko nung nasa Ateneo kami, blah, 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 ganyan. Ako naman, nakasama ko siya sa AXA before, so ganyan. Hanggang comfortable na, tapos, and then active listening. Siyempre, baka may masasabi siya doon which can prompt you to ask the next relevant question. So, active listening, and then 4K chat question. The first I normally ask is, single, married. Ang domestic circumstance po, are you single? Are you married? Do you have kids? Kanina po, baka na-experience ni Ma'am Jenny Lynn, no? Alam ko si Ma'am Jenny Lynn, she has 19, 17, 11, and 7. Correct?
Yes.
Yun po yung edad ng mga anak niya. That's domestic circumstance. And ano ngayon kung alam mo yung information na yun? It's very relevant po because in the life income protection of the F&A, how many more years before your youngest child becomes financially independent? So 22 minus 7, yung youngest, it will take 15 more years before the bunso will become financially independent. No, so by just making chikahan, kwentuhan, nalalaman mo na kung anong need niya. Sabi nga ni Chinkitan, there are only two types of people. The breadwinner and the bread eater. No, si 7 years old, bread eater. Ma'am Jenny Lynn is the breadwinner. No, and most of your clients po, ganyan. They're most likely the breadwinners. So the question that we need to ask them will hopefully make them realize that there's a problem. What if something happens to them, God forbid? What will happen to their youngest child? Who will become financially independent 15 years down the road, 10 years from now? Di po ba? Does it make sense? So kunyari, Natanong nyo, single, married, may anak, ilan taon ng bunso. Ano na po yun? Yun na po yung life income protection. Next would be, normally po ba nasa magkano yung gastusin natin sa bahay? On average. That's also the domestic circumstance. No? So, single, married, how many kids, the age of the youngest child, fixed monthly expenses. These are questions pertaining to number 1. Number 2, work situation. Are you employed or do you have a business? If empleyado po siya, pwede natin itanong, meron po ba kayong age mo? Kung po meron, nasa magkano po kaya yung annual benefit rate? Diba? So, papunta na tayo dun sa life protection, health. Kung may annual benefit limit siya na 150, pwede na natin itanong, normally po kaya, how would you like to be covered if God forbid magkaroon po ng health emergencies? Nako, may kumari ako, sabi niya, she spent millions because of cancer, dahil nagka-cancer siya. Kayo rin po ba, gusto niyo rin po ba ma-cover for at least 2 million or 5 million? No, so, by asking those questions, you help the client realize na there is yung number 2 po, problem. Kasi minsan, ako po, guilty ako dito. Sa sobrang ganda po ng produkto natin, minsan, na-skip ko po ito, didiretso ako, ilalatag na kagad yung produkto. That's called product pushing. But we're here to do solutions providing, not product pushing. We provide solutions, not push products. No? So, again, while it's tempting, because admittedly, napakaganda po ng produkto natin, while it's tempting to go directly to the solutions and then close, ito po kadalasan yung nalalakawan, yung problem. So, ako po, ang nakita kong effective even sa mga agents ko is that they spend more time here because if they spend more time here, then these 2 other steps will relatively become easy. Kasi malinaw na malinaw sa kliyente na may problema siya. And you're coming in as someone who will provide that solution. So, clear po? Clear na ba?